have an extensive background in business, having started a landscape business when I was 7 years old. So I knew money from an early age. And as I was growing up, I remember going to visit many franchise business locations, whether it be McDonald's or Burger King or Taco Bell or things of that sort, and realizing how many people were standing in line to go and visit these locations. And I said to my parents, I said, you know, one day I want to own a McDonald's or a Burger King or one of these other franchise brands because I want to be very wealthy. Well, years later, I became a lawyer. And at that time, I was presented with a franchise case where I learned that franchisees in this country were experiencing a lot of wrath and a lot of oppression from the franchisors, because the franchisee has in essence, an inherent conflict in terms of what their goals and objectives are. Franchisors' objective being to increase their profits, while the franchisees' objectives are to increase their net income, their bottom line. And at times to achieve that, it requires there to be, conflicting interests. And as a result, when I realized that not all franchisees were doing well, I realized that a lot of franchisees had no access to the court system. They had no ability to actually present themselves in a legal case to defend themselves from any oppression or arbitrary or capricious acts of the franchisor. And that's because they couldn't afford to hire a lawyer. By the time the franchisee would come to visit the lawyer, the franchisee may have lost hundreds of thousands or millions of dollars and literally did not have any extra financial ability to be able to hire a lawyer in a law firm to represent them. So I decided that I was going to become the equalizer, and I was going to start representing franchisees on a contingency fee basis primarily in order to be able to provide them with the key to the courthouse. In essence, in order to level the playing field, I needed to become the equalizer to make sure that the franchisee would have their legal rights properly presented in a court of law. And that's how this law firm started. The most important piece of advice I can give any client that's going to enter into any kind of business relationship with anyone else, regardless of who the other party is to undertake due diligence. Investigate the business. Talk to other people that have done business with that entity or with that group. If it's in the franchise world, talk to other franchisees. Those franchisees are listed in the franchise disclosure document that a franchisor is required to provide to franchisees. Do your due diligence, number one. Number two, hire someone to represent you, to assist you in that due diligence, in the investigation. Make sure that if you hire a lawyer, you just don't go and resort to the lawyer that did the real estate transaction for your home or prepared your will for your grandmother. That is not the person that you hire. You have to hire someone who is a specialist in the area and industry in which you are seeking to pursue a business venture.